Turning to the Middle East, Israeli forces today sent troops into the main hospital in southern Gaza's Khan Yunis in what it said was an operation to recover bodies of hostages and search for Hamas fighters. The Gaza Health Ministry accused the IDF of storming the complex, leaving an undetermined number of people killed and injured, including an emergency doctor. The medical charity Doctors Without Borders, which has staff members at the hospital, urged Israel to stop the operation. The Israeli military is facing rising international condemnation over its strikes on Gaza. U.S. Senator Cory Booker on Wednesday joined 24 other senators in support of ongoing U.S. efforts to free the remaining hostages taken by Hamas, along with what the senators called restoring a, quote, mutual ceasefire agreement in Gaza. That's not exactly a call for an end to the war or a true ceasefire, but it's the closest request yet after more than 3 months of fighting. Today, Palestinian American families from New Jersey whose loved ones are in Gaza made their own desperate plea to elected officials, begging for their help before it's too late. Senior correspondent Brenda Flanagan has the story.
This is why we are here. We are the voice of our families. We are here to let everyone here in America to know that what is happening to Palestinians in Rafah.
Piscataway resident Najla Khan spoke for her uncle during a news conference with pro-Palestinian advocates. She says he's struggling to survive in Rafah, even as an Israeli ground invasion threatens this last refuge for Palestinian evacuees displaced by the war. A dozen family members now shelter together in a tent.
My uncle's an 85-year-old man. 85-year-old man, and now lives on the street in a tent with little food. He's waiting to die from hunger or to be killed from Israel's ground invasion.
Some of my family member has survived the bombing and now very much starving. Can't find food, cannot find any kind of clean water or any kind of water.
Adam Sharia lives in Springfield. He says family in northern Gaza now eat animal feed to stay alive, that his cousin was abducted by Israeli soldiers. Every speaker listed family members killed or missing in this conflict.
These are Palestinian Americans, residents of New Jersey, who are calling on our elected officials to demand that action be taken immediately. A ceasefire now is necessary. Ceasefire now is absolutely necessary to save the lives that are remaining in Gaza.
Noting that only 2 of Jersey's congressional representatives, Democrats Bonnie Watson Coleman and Donald Payne, have called for a ceasefire, families addressed elected officials who don't support their cause.
Don't even reach out to us. Don't waste your time.
Speakers push the political message hard, vowing to make this an issue at the polls. They've gotten through to the governor, too. During a Lunar New Year event at the governor's mansion, Drumthwacket Monday, a couple protesters demanded Governor Murphy disband a commission which fosters cultural and economic ties between New Jersey and Israel.
Given the bombings in Rafah, why wouldn't you disband the New Jersey-Israeli Commission?
We're not going to do that. You want a picture of that?
It's really important to contextualize the anger of those who were at Drumthwacket, why they had approached the governor. They feel, it's been 4 months. People have been calling on the governor and on elected officials to reevaluate New Jersey's relationship with Israel, and a lot of our calls have been falling on deaf ears.
After the encounter, Murphy raged he felt white-hot mad. In a furious text, he fired off to his staff and inadvertently NJ.com reporter Matt Arco, who broke the story. Today, the governor explained,
We stand for protecting innocent lives as best we can. The substance I get completely, but the statement we put out about what happened will stand for itself.
Murphy said he understands the enormous passions involved here, but as for a ceasefire,
I am where I am. I think where the Biden administration is, let's remember Hamas started this. Let's not forget that. And Hamas has let the Palestinian people down, to say it politely.
Murphy's staff says they will reevaluate event protocols after what happened at Drumthwacket. I'm Brenda Flanagan, NJ Spotlight News.